Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Balancing Act. We're having some fun this morning, aren't we?
We had our coffee, that's why.
That's right, our Cuban coffee. I'm Julie Moran.
I'm Olga Biaberti.
All right, there's lots to talk about today, from our credit scores. What does yours look like? What does yours look like?
Mine looks pretty good. I'm in the like 800s.
Whoa!
Isn't that good?
All right, are you out there looking for ways to improve yours? We've got a good show today.
Now she's gonna say, buy me a car.
The Balancing Act starts right now.
When someone you love is diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, the news is devastating. But it doesn't have to mean that life is over. Now, in the past, caregivers would turn to nursing homes for help. But today, there are communities dedicated to caring for those with Alzheimer's and other forms of memory impairment. Here to shed some light on this very important health matter is Kristen DuPont, Vice President of Marketing for Autumn Leaves, which operates memory care assisted living communities, and Claire Jameson, Director of Life Engagement. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Kristen, let me start with you. Autumn Leaves, what exactly is that and what do you do?
We basically specialize in Alzheimer's care as well as other forms of dementia. That is our sole focus, and we really take the time to make sure that each of our staff members, all the way from our caregivers to everyone at the home office, anyone that might be at any point engaging with our residents, has the education that they need to be able to best interact with our population, to make sure that it's as fulfilling for our residents as possible.
And what are the communities like? Because, you know, you think of a nursing home,
sure,
and sometimes you just wonder, should I not? Is there a difference here?
There truly is. Our communities are built from the ground up specifically for memory care. We have our own development company, our own construction company, and our own design company that make everything conducive for folks with Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. So everything from the color of the walls to the carpet, everything is specifically for dementia care.
Now let's talk about family members who have someone who's diagnosed with Alzheimer's. You hear this, you say, gosh, it sounds wonderful, but Claire, it's not easy to come in, say, here's my mom, and take care of her. How do you make it easier, and what do you do to kind of help that family make that choice?
Well, you're right, Olga. It's really difficult for families to partner, if you will, with any organization to care for someone that's so dear to them. But at Autumn Leaves, we really try to make it a serious effort to get to know their loved one, get to know their mom, their father, and partner with them to really understand who they were before they came to Autumn Leaves, so that we can better serve their needs and increase their quality of life.
Kristen?
Our residents are so much more than just people with Alzheimer's. They're our family. We get to know every single one of our residents as an individual before the disease, through our family members, and the adult children or whomever is helping the resident move into one of our communities. Their job does not end when they move into one of our communities. It just changes. They're free to be that daughter again. They don't have to take on that burden of the caregiver. We do that for them because that's what we specialize in. So, you know, they're free to be the daughter, the son, whomever again, and to really enjoy the time that they have with their loved one at
And
Autumn
it's not
Leaves.
only taking care of them, but Claire, explain to us also maybe the activities, because obviously, you know, there are things that can help slow down the process. Exercise, are all those things included?
Absolutely, and we've been talking about getting to know our residents, and so our activities within our communities are just as varied as the people that are living in them. As you get to know people, you discover their likes, their dislikes, their preferences, their lifelong habits, and their hobbies. So we focus those activities around our residents to increase their quality of life, and also, as you pointed out, slow down the disease and add to a richer experience for them.
Once a resident moves in to be part of our family, their family becomes our family as well. Yes. We make sure to care for not only for the resident, but also for the whole family, because they need it too. We offer support groups at each of our communities, and we try to be a resource to the outside community at large.
Claire, is there a certain time that you would tell the family to bring their loved one in? Alzheimer's obviously is a very slow disease. When is the right time?
That's actually something that depends on the individual, depends on the family's needs, but we're definitely there for them when they decide to make that choice.
Throughout the entire journey, we're there for them. We try to say that, you know, the sooner the better, so that people can engage in socialization and be among other people that have neurological impairments, so that they don't feel ostracized by other people that they might have told the same story to a couple of times over and over.
A sense of relief for the families?
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's a win-win if you think about it for both the patient coming in and the family that bestows that upon you guys.
We try to make sure that in everything that we're doing, we're giving as much back, because our residents really, they have so much more to give and so much more to do than I think a lot of the perceptions are out there of people with Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia.
For anybody out there who would like more information on Autumn Leaves, where would they go?
And they'd go to our website at autumnleaves.com.
Thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you.
God bless
Thank
both of
you.
you. Do
Thank
appreciate
you.
your time. And if you want to learn more, you know the website, autumnleaves.com, or log on to our website, thebalancingact.com. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Okay, it's time to talk finances. Do you know your credit score? Do you even think about it? Well, you should. Our next guest is helping millions of consumers save money and live better by making smarter financial decisions. And joining us is Adrian Nazari, founder and CEO of CreditSesame.com, an online credit and personal finance management tool. Welcome, Adrian. So glad to have you here in the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, right off the bat, why is instant access to my credit and being able to monitor that so important?
Well, that's a good question, Julie. You know the old saying that what you don't know can hurt you? Well,
yes.
when it comes to credit and debt, it cannot be more true. What people don't know is that consumer credit and credit worthiness is much more important than they realize. It impacts how much we pay on interest for everything we finance, from consumer loans, credit cards, mortgages, you name it.
Oh.
It impacts whether you can get a place to live, rent a place to live. It influences the premium you pay on insurance, and even in certain states, whether you can get a job you like or not. Whether we like it or not, that's an integral part of our finances, and especially it's important to monitor that today because of the increasing number of data breaches that make headline. Consumer credit information and financial information is at risk, so you want to be on top of that. You want to make sure that you protect it.
Talk about monitoring our credit. There are quite a few choices out there. Why is your site so different?
Well, yes, there are a lot of services out there. Unfortunately, almost all of them charge you $10 to $30 to give you access to your own credit information,
Yes.
and they have varying features. Fortunately for consumers, they don't have to pay for that.
I just got an email the other day that said I could access and monitor for this fee a month.
Exactly.
You're saying I don't
right.
have to do that?
No, you don't have to do that anymore.
Good to know.
At Credit Sesame, we not only provide you with free access to your credit score, credit information, credit monitoring. Free. But we also help you protect your credit and identity by offering you $50,000 of credit or identity theft insurance for free, as well as identity restoration services. So if you're a victim or if you think you're a victim, you could get the help you need.
Well, I want to read your Credit Sesame, your tagline reads, do more with your credit score. And with the more, what do you mean?
Well, you know, it's not important to just know your score. I mean, you may be able to get your score from a variety of sources.
Right.
For most people, the question is, what now? What do I do with it now?
Right.
And that's where Credit Sesame comes in. We help people understand their credit, figure out what they could do to leverage that. We've built our platform to give people the tools they need to not only understand their credit, but also understand what they could do to leverage that, how they could use that to improve their finances, save money on anything from credit cards and mortgages and consumer loans, and not only improve their finances, but live a better life.
You know, you put your consumers, and I love this, in control of their credit. Do you have to do a lot of things to access all your benefits?
In personal finance, it has to be simple, it has to be intuitive. So at Credit Sesame, we made it simple, we made it intuitive. First of all, it takes only a minute or two to sign up. You could go to CreditSesame.com. You could use your mobile phone and sign up for it.
I'm going there.
It only takes a couple of minutes. We ask you a few questions, then you sit back. We do all the work for you. And it is absolutely free. When I say free, I mean no credit card, no payment, no gimmick, no trial. It's absolutely free. You don't have to do much, but within a couple of minutes, you could be in control of your finances and see all the benefits that we described here.
You know, I want to know your opinion, advice on credit do's and don'ts.
What you don't want to do is you don't want to ignore it.
Okay.
What you don't want to do is you don't want to be in the dark, because it could come and haunt you, or it could help you reach a better, or live a better life. So first thing you want to do, you want to be able to access it. Then you want to understand it.
Yes.
You want to know how you could use that to improve your finances, and you want to protect that. And with Creative Sesame tool, you could do all of those things in a matter of a couple of minutes.
I love that, Adrian. Thank you so much for joining us. Great information.
Thank you very much.
All right, if you'd like more information on the world of credit scores, visit us here at thebalancingact.com or share with us some of your credit score experiences by logging on to Facebook/The Balancing Act Fans.
Osteoarthritis is a disease leading to breakdown in the cartilage between joints, including the knee. Very often, it's painful and can lead to swelling, stiffness, and overall joint and cartilage damage. With us today to discuss the condition many boomers, even younger men and women, are facing as well, is Dr. Jess Launer, an orthopedic surgeon from Philadelphia's Rothman Institute. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Let's talk about osteoarthritis briefly. What is that?
Arthritis is basically a breakdown of the cartilage surfaces of the knee, and it affects millions of patients.
So what causes it, and is it more prevalent in men or women?
There are a lot of things that cause it. First, there's a strong hereditary component. It's written in our genes. But there are other things that can contribute it as well. So for instance, if someone's obese, they put more stress and strain on the knee, that can cause arthritis. Remote injuries to the cartilage or to the ligaments of the knee can also cause arthritis.
And do you see it more in men and women in your practice?
Well, about 2/3 of our patients are actually women.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have guessed men.
Which is the very common reaction, but it's very counterintuitive.
And what have been the, let's say, traditional non-surgical options for patients who have this?
There are a variety of things that can be considered. A weight reduction program.
And they did that to my dad.
That makes a lot of sense. Organized physical therapy.
He did that too.
Activity modification, medicines like nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory medicines. Tylenol can be helpful. Injections, and sometimes even bracing can be considered.
And we did all that for my dad, so we had to then go to now a surgical option, and he actually did last year a total knee replacement. Common?
Total knee replacements are very, very common. More than 600,000 are done in the United States every year.
Wow.
But about 30% of our total knee replacement patients are actually candidates for partial knee replacement because the arthritis is much more localized to one part of the knee.
So what's the difference? I mean, I can imagine what it is, but can you tell me the difference between a total and a partial? And I guess the recovery, I'm assuming, is going to be a lot easier.
Oh, it is. So let me just show you a model of, this is the model of a knee, and it actually happens to have a partial knee replacement in it. If we were doing a total knee replacement, we would remove all of the cartilage surfaces of the knee. But with a partial knee replacement, we can expose the joint through a smaller incision and then remove only the one compartment of the knee that's affected by the arthritis. Oh. So we do this on an outpatient basis typically.
Easier to do.
Much easier to do. Although there's some caveats to that.
Okay.
The recovery is quicker. Patients typically are off their pain medicines more quickly. They can return to work more quickly and get back in action far more quickly than they can with a total knee replacement.
Now, I know there have been advancements with partial knee replacements. Can we talk about that today?
Sure. As attractive as partial knee replacements are to physicians and to patients, the reality is that unless they're done with great precision, the durability of a partial knee replacement may not mimic the durability of a total knee replacement. And we certainly want these to last a very long time. So one of the biggest advances that has come out in the last 5 years in partial knee replacements is robotic technology.
And what is that? Because I know we have a video for our viewers, and explain to us what's happening here.
Well, basically what robotic technology is it's a very smart way of preparing the bone. We can determine in advance of surgery how much bone we want to remove, how we want to orient the parts, and it also allows us to very precisely balance the ligaments of the joint. And those three elements are contributing dramatically to the long-term success and durability of these partial knee replacements.
So really making a difference for the patient, not only the next week, the next month, but long-term.
Big time.
Have you seen a patient that comes to mind that something like this and this advancement really was a turning point?
Well, I've been doing surgery for nearly 20 years and using robotics for about 7 or 8 years. So I do have a lot of stories, but one of the stories that comes to mind is that of a 67-year-old woman who was literally just in my office the other day, who within 3 weeks of surgery began hiking a recent mountain range near her home in New Hampshire.
And she couldn't do it before.
Before that, she was hobbled with a cane, couldn't enjoy playing with her grandkids, was really struggling.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for everything you do. Appreciate your time. Great information. And if you'd like more information on today's topic, you can visit the Bluebelt Technologies website by going to bluebelttech.com. That's bluebelttech.com. And as always, for information on all our segments, visit us at thebalancingact.com or get social. Share a little by logging on to Facebook.com/The Balancing Act Fans. Great information on today's show.
Yes.
And if you need to know more, head to our website, thebalancingact.com.
We're also on Twitter, and why not send us a tweet? I'd love to hear, and she'd love to hear, what's on your mind. You can check us out on Facebook. Post something. Let's get social, right?
That's right. Let's get social. There's a song there. Until the next time, remember, find your balance.
So long, everybody.
Social.
Let's get social.